We're going through a period of great change. And as we all know, people are very reluctant to change. People want to stay in their habits. And when you tell the smoker to stop smoking cigarettes, that's a change that they are unwilling to make. When you have that low-key racist friend, that low-key biggity friend, that's always says something racist, something sexist or something, you're like, yo, you gotta chill with that shit. Are they so happy to change their behaviors? No. So with us going through this great change, society at large is going through that turbulence, that friction of what they're being forced into. With all this stress that's being accumulated, with all this anger that's being promoted, with all this fear that's being fed to us, a lot of people don't know how to deal with it appropriately. These things are new, but let's talk about the older things, these traumas that a lot of people have been holding on to. Now I get it. Some people have gone through some shit. Some people have gone through some unspeakable things. But that doesn't negate the pieces of advice I want to drop on y'all. The thing that I want to tell you is you have to learn how to smile at your traumas. What do I mean by that? Well, first off, this idea came from, what's that dude's name? I can see his face. I can see him doing the circling and the smiling. Mantak Chia. He talks about healing your organs with sexual energy and learning to smile at your organs to heal it. Show it love, show it light. So I say the same thing when it comes to your traumas. You see, because when it comes to trauma, a lot of people these days don't know how to deal with their trauma in a productive, healthy way. When you have traumas, you practice escapism. You sit online all day. You drink, you smoke, you fuck. You feed into all of your vices, anything to numb you, anything to hide it, anything to bury those traumas that are constantly afflicting you. You just keep trying to stack stuff on top of it to make yourself temporarily feel better, right? But there comes a point, and this is actually similar to a video that I'm gonna make right after this one, but there comes a point where you gotta stop running from your trauma and face it head on. Now, here's the thing. There's a story that Neville Goddard was talking about. He was just talking about a vision, a dream that he had. And there was this demonic figure that was talking about this lovely angelic creature as its mother. And he was like, yo, what is this demonic, ugly creature like you calling this beautiful thing your mother? No. And in his dream, he started pummeling that beast. So when you fight negativity with negativity, what do you end up getting? When you combine two negative numbers, -1 plus -2, you get -3. You get more negativity, right? So a lot of you think that you have to fight it, that you have to, beat it down until you stand above it. Now, if it works for you, more power to you. I'm just giving one slice of the pie, But what I say is you learn to smile at these things. You acknowledge them. You don't run from them. You don't send negativity to it because negative only grows more negativity. It's like you learn to smile at your traumas. You sit with it and you start to extract the lessons from it. Some lessons are harder than others. Some people that have gone through the crazy shit out there, you'll say, well, easier said than done, man. You don't know how that affected me. No, I don't. But that's the thing. Everybody's experiences are unique to themselves, right? I get it. It's very easy to say that when you got beat up by that uncle when you were 6 years old and someone that can't get to 10,000 likes on a post on Instagram, you'll be like, oh my God, what do you mean? How do you say that? That's traumatic for you. I got beat up by a family member. How could you? But in this superficial world, that is some people's entire lives. People will get joked by some anonymous usernames online and off themselves because of this. So everybody's experiences are unique to them. Yes, we can have our opinions and say what we want, but bring it back to yourself. Your experiences are yours. Don't worry about everybody else. What are you going to do to heal yourself, right? Are you going to keep running from your problems? Are you going to keep burying them with vices that are only doing more damage to your mind, body, and spirit? Or are you going to become a new level of being? Are you become mature, emotionally mature? Are you going to become brave and sit yourself across the table from who hurt you in your mind? Now, yes, of course, go do it in real life too if you can. But you have to heal in your mind first before anything else changes in your physical reality. Sit with that uncle that beat your ass. Sit with for me, mine was mine was sitting with the school. If I had to do this exact exercise to take my own advice, things that I've done, for me, I visualized myself in the forest. And the Nittany lion is lurking in the darkness, waiting to pounce on me. And I'm running around scared, like, oh my God, when's he gonna get me next? When's he gonna attack me next? And by the way, I'm referencing my time in college. That was a severe traumatic experience for me, So it's just like, instead of saying, oh, I'm gonna run from this thing, I'm gonna hide from it, I'm gonna beat it down to a pulp. I'm gonna be like, no, let's sit down and let's form an understanding with one another. So when I do this, that ferocious lion now becomes like a little cat and just calmly sits in front of me, and I start to talk to it. I'm like, hey, bro, listen, that school got some fucked up culture, and then blah, 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 blah. You heal, you talk. Because one of the things that I learned is like what helped me get over my traumas for my 4 years of college was that those were young people. And me growing up and becoming, in my mid-20s, late 20s, now in my 30s, I'm going to stop myself from succeeding now because of the actions of some, like 17 to 21-year-olds. Like 18 to 21-year-olds, it doesn't make sense. And when you get rid of the big bad boogeyman that's haunting you in your mind and your soul and your psyche, you then start to say, wait a minute, this is something I can extract. This is something I can gain power from. And once you overcome whatever it is that hurt you in the past, I promise you, that's the equivalent going to the gym for 30 years straight and getting jacked, but at an emotional, at a maturity level. You know what I'm saying? So, hey, man. Learn to smile at it. Don't run from it. Don't laugh it off. Don't make jokes about it that you don't mean. No, sit down with it. Learn how to understand it. Fear. There's fear and love, right? So which one do you have for this thing? Which one are you harboring within your mind? Fear or love? You see what I'm saying? Now, I'm not saying necessarily depending on certain situations. I'm not saying go over here and love them and invite them to the cookout. You know what I'm saying? But like what you need to work towards is getting to the place where you no longer have any power over me. I don't get emotional when I talk about XYZ anymore. I don't have to go run and smoke and drink and fuck somebody because I brought that up or I thought about that feeling now. No, I could talk about it proudly, and now I'm so proud about it, I can share it with the world. So instead of it being, oh my God, look at my traumas. This is my trauma. This is why I'm fucked up. This is why. You now say, hey, bro, I was messed up in the past, but this is what I learned from it. Hey, that dude betrayed my trust and he fucked me up for a long time. That's why as a woman especially, that's why I can't trust men. Because this is event. But after I learned how to deal with it and I see how hurt that individual is, yeah, he tried to hurt me, but now I no longer have that same level of hurt in me anymore. I am no longer a victim to whatever it is anymore. Shit, don't even have to be specific. I'm no longer a victim. I overcome. I am a survivor. I'm a thriver. You know what I'm saying? I know it sounds cliche to some people that ain't never been through shit, but some people have been through shit. Some of y'all don't realize how blessed you are to be as sheltered as you are. A lot of y'all people are very much protected from the realities of the world, but everyone has their own thing. And whenever that time comes, you're going to have to deal with it. Sometimes it's something that happened to you. Sometimes it's the passing of someone that you love. Nothing happened to you, but that person dying, did something to you, as well, So you just have to sit with that event. You have to sit with that moment. You have to sit with that person. You have to sit with that thing and just learn to smile. Talk to it. Be mad at it for a while. Go through like the 7 stages of grief. Be mad. Cuss it out. Anger. Oh, fuck you. But then you have to make that mature decision to become positive. Okay, I got all that out. I had to say that. Okay. This one showed I had to go through that. So when someone else went through that, I can know how to talk to them. Okay. Yeah, this is I told them, and now everyone that didn't know about it, now they know about it, and now they can act accordingly. That's why I felt so alone, because I never told anyone about the secret because I was embarrassed to say it out loud. For me, using my own example, like when it came to college, it's just like I used to not say, oh, I want to be professional. No, the truth is real. People don't like the truth. Oh, don't talk about it like that. Don't say these things. Oh, you're going to mess up. I don't care, bro. I don't care. I don't want, there was a time I did want that school to burn. I'm not going to lie. I had some feelings, but hey, it is what it is, but I'm just saying we just have to learn and grow. We have to learn and grow. Some things aren't going to change. That's why you have to be the change. Cliche as it is, you have to be the change. You have to heal. You have to move on. But some of y'all want to get y'all's get back, and I get it. I do. But just remember that get back, that revenge is not the best medicine all the time. You know, you getting that revenge is you inflicting the same pain that they put on you. And yes, sometimes you think that makes you feel better, but sometimes you do it and then you got your get back. You got them. Show them. And now you're the guy that just hurt somebody. How do you feel? You know, different discussions, different strokes for different folks. I'm just spitballing right now, but that should be enough for y'all to work with. Till next one.